Hi guys, I'm going to be talking about the setting and style. So the story takes place in St. Petersburg, Russia, the 1860s, around there, and it takes place in July. So obviously it's summer, and so it's hot and stuffy, and the novel is described as unbearable. And we know that he means that anger is going to be out there. Well, people are going to be angry easily, and we only see through Rodia's eyes, which his name is Raskolnikov. I don't know how to say it, so I call him Rodia, which is his first name. So we're limited to Rodia's eyes, and so he describes where he is in a very impoverished place. There's beggars in the streets, molesters out there. It's like a horrible place for children to be. But when he gets transferred to a prison in Serbia, he describes it as the opposite of St. Petersburg. Well, Serbia is described as a good place. It's like untouchable from like the poisons and like stuff St. Petersburg's had. Moving on to style. So as we were reading the novel, we realized that Dostoevsky has a unique writing style. For example, he just includes random paragraphs, like in this one where he gets very into talking about God and such, and we're just like, oh, like why did he include that? It's so random. And he does include internal monologue, like it's just Rodia, the protagonist, also known as Raskolnikov. I don't know how to say his name, I'm sorry. Like him talking to himself, and like which is confusing to the reader because we don't know if he's talking to the other characters or it's just him talking to himself, you know. And there is a lot of dialogue going on. As I mentioned before, it is confusing because you don't know who's talking to who. It's just a bunch of little dialogue sections, and that's it. You just have to figure it out on your own. For me, I had to go back and read a couple times so I could get who Rhodey is talking to, you know. And the perspective does change throughout the story at random times. It goes from first person point of view to third person point of view. It's just like that. First person point of view, obviously we see it through Rodia's eyes. We only see what he sees and like how he feels, which the internal monologue. And then third persons, we just see like the whole crowd, and that's when Dostoevsky gets very descriptive. For instance, there was this one scene when Rodia was meeting meeting with the other characters, and Dostoevsky describes them as they enter the dining area and how they sit down at the table and who sits next to each other. Like, why do we need to know that much information, you know? Like, we don't need to know why he sits next to her and how he sat next to her. And so that such descriptive writing does confuse the reader eventually. Dostoevsky also includes other people's work into his work. Like, he makes a reference. For example, he does include Alexander Pushkin's work, The Egyptian Nights, who is also Russian. He does include it, and the writing piece is very controversial. And he does include italics pieces throughout the novel. And he also does include French dialect. Like, there'll be, especially in the dialogue, you will see French words, and which are of course explained at the bottom. And through his style, Dostoevsky does depict psychological disorders such as paranoia, which is obviously seen through Rodia's actions and internal monologue and the dialogue and his actions, as I said before. And after doing some research, it is known that Dostoevsky does target psychology in his work, and he tries to manipulate the reader's mind somehow in some way through his writing. And yeah.